speak to individuals who are looking for ways to stay in the United States beyond the end of their OPT status. And this might result because they have been unsuccessful in getting into the H-1B visa lottery, or they don't have an employer who's willing to sponsor them in the H-1B visa lottery, and they were looking for ways to remain in the United States. And one of the most often overlooked approaches to be employed in the United States without the need of entering into the H-1B visa lottery is through employment with what is called a CAP exempt employer here in the United States. Now, normally an H-1B visa requires you to go through the lottery in order to obtain the H-1B visa and work for an employer. But some employers are what is called CAP exempt. They're exempt from the H-1B visa lottery process. And this includes colleges and universities, nonprofit institutions, and government research organizations. You need to verify their CAP exempt status and whether or not they are truly CAP exempt before you go down this route. But if you get a job with one of these employers, they can sponsor you for an H-1B visa at any time throughout the year. No need to enter the H-1B visa lottery. Then after you secure employment with a CAP exempt employer, then that employer will file a petition for you to get you an H-1B visa in the United States. Now it's important you need to maintain your employment with this CAP exempt employer to maintain your H-1B visa status. But what that then allows you to do is to obtain a concurrent employer with a CAP subject employer, an employer that would normally require you to enter into the H-1B visa lottery to work for. Having a CAP exempt H-1B allows for concurrent employment with a CAP subject employer as long as you maintain that CAP exempt employment. And that allows you to work for both the CAP exempt employer and the CAP subject employer at the same time. And then what does that enable you to do? Well, it enables that CAP subject employer to then enter you into the lottery as many times as they need until you get into that H-1B visa lottery year after year. As long as you're maintaining the employment with the CAP exempt employer, you're allowed to have CAP subject employment at the same time. Now, this option may not work for everyone, but it is a great option, especially if you're able to find employment with a CAP exempt employer. It will enable you to remain in the United States without being subject to that H-1B visa lottery. Also, it will allow you to potentially get into the H-1B visa lottery through this method of concurrent H-1B visa employment.